Hello, welcome to Easy English. So today I'm back up against the green screen and I thought we could play a game trying to guess some typical British idioms. If you don't know what an idiom is, it's generally a phrase which has a non-literal meaning, but once you piece together the separate words, you can generally sort of figure out what the meaning is. So yeah, without further ado, let's just dive in and start this game. Here we go. Let's go right at the beginning, number 1. This one, I believe, is bury the hatchet, which, generally speaking, you would usually associate with drinking, but I'm pretty sure you can use it as a way to kind of make peace, essentially. So let's say you had a big argument with someone and then you speak to them afterwards, you sort of talked it over and you say, okay, let's just bury the hatchet. Burying the hatchet usually results in having a drink with that person who maybe you weren't so friendly with, and that maybe makes me think that this is something to do with peace, and that's where this idiom would come from. Maybe it's like a war-based idiom where you would, as a peace offering, you'd bury the hatchet, literally bury your axe. I'm sure it is bury the hatchet. Perfect. Okay, yeah, there you go. There's a peace idiom. Okay, next one. Let's go number 7. What does this mean? Okay, number 10. Okay, this one is called, I think, this idiom, at the drop of a hat. Let me just check. Woo! Okay, so at the drop of a hat is an idiom to describe the speed at which you would do something. For a good example would be if I was away on holiday and I found out my dog got ill, then I would leave to come to see my dog at the drop of a hat. So as you drop your hat to leave, oh shit, my dog is ill, you'd be at your dog before your hat even hit the floor, because maybe your concern, or to show your commitment to something. Okay, let's move on. Let's go for number 4. Very visual. So this one, if you haven't got it already, is you're barking up the wrong tree, which is well illustrated by this dog barking at a tree. You'd use this as a way to show that you're not the culpable one. Someone is blaming you for something and you're not guilty. And you can use this, as it's a way to protest your innocence, whether you're telling the truth or lying, I guess. There's no preference for this. But essentially someone would be like, why did you, I don't know, why did you eat my sandwich? You're a terrible person. You'd be like, whoa. You're barking up the wrong tree. It was easy, did it? Okay. You're barking up the wrong tree. Another really useful idiom to use, actually. Let's go for another one. Let's go for the last one, number 16. This is a pretty obvious one, I think. Related to tennis. It's the ball is in your court. Okay, so the ball is in your court essentially means it's time for you to make a decision. You've been alternating between something, whether it's an argument, if maybe they haven't been barking up the wrong tree, maybe you have to make up for something, or maybe it's also something like, I've done this for you and it's your turn to respond and to do something for me. So if you imagine tennis, someone's hitting the ball. Oh shit. The microphone. Oh dear, I knew this would happen. So yeah, imagine tennis, someone's hit the ball and it bounces it goes over the net, bounces on your side of the tennis court, and yeah, you have to return the ball back, or else you lose. You lose the trust in that person. So yeah, the ball is in your court, you must return it, you must apologize, respond, do something for the other person that this situation is alternating between. Next one. Number 9. Ooh, this is a tough one. I was going to say cat's got your tongue, but I think there's just only one word that needs replacing. This is bite your tongue. So cat's got your tongue would be something where you maybe couldn't find the right word and you're kind of almost stuttering and you're struggling to find the right way to express yourself. But to bite your tongue is something completely different altogether. A good example of this, of a way you have to bite your tongue, is, let's say someone wants to go on a night out and they come out and they're wearing like a glitter ball. I would find that quite cool if someone was to wear a glitter ball coat. Let's say someone is wearing like this garish green jacket and they're going to go out with no shoes on. And, don't I look really cool here? I look swag. And then you would have to bite your tongue because you don't want to offend your friend. I mean, maybe you do, but if you didn't want to, you'd have to bite your tongue. Also, you can use it for, let's say, you're getting a free lift from someone, and without them giving you this freebie, you'd be pretty stuck. And let's say they say something which you don't agree with, but you're in this precarious situation where you're relying on them quite heavily. You might have to like bite your tongue until maybe you get to where you're going and say, listen, what you said there was crazy. You need to check yourself. To bite your tongue is to kind of hold back your true feelings or emotions. Another useful idiom. I was right, by the way.
This video is sponsored by italki, the site that allows you to find online language teachers for one-on-one tutoring. As a new user, you'll get $10 in italki credits after your first lesson if you register using the link go.italki.com/easy English. If you don't like reading complicated language books or listening to pre-recorded audio courses, then italki is for you. You'll get to practice your conversational skills under different real-world scenarios, as speaking with humans is the best way to learn a language. You can customize your lessons to cater for your learning needs and interests, and the one-on-one lessons provide you undivided attention with teachers at your preferred time. Whether you're at home, at the airport, or at your local park, you have complete access. So head on over to italki with this link, go.italki.com/easy English to start your first lesson and get $10 in lesson credits.
Okay, well, I've got loads left. Okay, number 12. So this one I believe is once in a blue moon. And I think this one is kind of an obvious explanation. If you know about blue moons, I think they appear like once every couple of years, maybe 3 years. So if you were to translate this means something happens very rarely, essentially. So, I don't know. Well, I'm really struggling to find a good example. My favourite football team, Manchester United, used to be very successful, but now they win a trophy once in a blue moon, if I'm lucky. Next idiom, number 5. Okay. Maybe this one's obvious, but I think this is actions speak louder than words. Perfect. And so this idiom is actually, this one is kind of like a proverb, to be honest, because I think it's kind of almost literal saying this, because sometimes you have to do something and it's all well and good saying like, I'll take out the bins or I'll do the laundry, but until you actually do it, that's when something literally speaks louder than your words. It has a bigger impact than just saying it. If you do something, then people realize, he actually can follow up. We say all pants, no trousers, which is also similar as to saying, but this is more of accusative. You can say, you're all pants, no trousers. Like, you talk like you do something well, but you don't actually do it. But if you did do it, then you'd say, your actions speak louder than your words. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Let's go number 2. Woo! I won 15 points for no obvious reason. Number 3. Okay, this one is, it's a piece of cake, which generally just means it's easy. I guess you can say something is, like, some food can be easy, like, or if you were to see something, it can be easy on your eye, like it's nice to look at. So I guess if you put that into the taste department, you could say, a piece of cake is easy to eat, it's no problem. So a piece of cake, easy. Tie your shoelaces, it's a piece of cake. I can tie my shoelaces. Okay, next one, near the end now. Okay, this one is horrific. It's called Kill Two Birds with One Stone, and I don't advocate doing this. I don't know why this is an idiom. There's probably some historical relevance between this. Hopefully it's in self-defense. Okay, so to kill two birds with one stone is a good way of saying I can complete two tasks within one effort, essentially. So a good example of this would to, let's say you need to do your weekly shopping, but then also you need to at some point go to the pharmacy to pick up medication. So you could, drive on Monday to the shopping and Tuesday to the pharmacy, but to kill two birds with one stone would be to do it in one drive. So on Monday, I'll do the shopping and I'll go to the pharmacy and kill two birds with one stone. Really graphic idiom to say for something so, kind and generous, but yeah, I've heard it said quite a lot in Britain. Okay, next one. Okay, so this one is, the idiom kind of describes it, but I wouldn't use a watermelon because the phrase or the idiom is bite off more than you can chew. I would use something like, like a steak or something that you really chew, because a watermelon, it's a bit easier, because this phrase kind of means that you've undertaken a task or something which is maybe beyond your capabilities. So let's say, for example, Easy English, we make videos, and very soon we'll be releasing our podcast. Huh? Are you excited? I hope so, because myself and Easy are super excited, but these videos, we do one a week and they take quite a long time to put together. So maybe us also doing a podcast would be us biting off more than we can chew. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, essentially you are maybe agreeing or you're undertaking something which you don't quite have the energy to do. If you have a steak, you bite off, a huge bit. It's quite hard, you could end up choking on it if you bite off too much, more than you can chew. So I hope that explains it, and I hope you're excited for the Easy English podcast. Okay, last four. Number 8. So this one I believe it's the best of both worlds. Okay, so the best of both worlds would be to gain two positives from one scenario, essentially. So let's say, for example, you start a new job, and in your job they say, okay, we're making a change and we're going to give you a promotion, and you're going to get paid more, and also alongside your increase in wage, we're also going to give you longer lunch breaks. It's like, wow, this is the best of both worlds, because maybe in your mind you think, I have a promotion, I get paid more, but maybe I have to be a bit more committed, or maybe I lose a bit more time. But yeah, it's the best of both worlds. You have more time and more money. Perfect. So, last 3. She's a what horse? Horse. A dark horse. I knew it. I don't really understand the meaning behind this, but a dark horse would be like an unexpected victor. For example, in football terminology, you could say that a few seasons ago, Leicester won the Premier League, like the highest achievable domestic trophy. And they were always referred to as the dark horses. Yeah, it essentially means you're like the underdog, really. This is an idiomatic way of saying that someone is an underdog. No one expects the dark horse to win. But yeah, you'd use this a lot especially for sporting events or competition, because you have a favourite, and then you would have a dark horse, the challenger which nobody expects to win, a true underdog. Okay, I kind of got that wrong, so I'm not going to get a perfect 100% record, but let's go for the last 2. Oh, I lost 10 points. Cheers. Okay, last one then, number 14. Oh, I won 50 points. Brilliant, the game's over. I'd like to know if any of these idioms are also in your native language, or any ones that you have which are kind of alternatives for the same meanings, if you know what I mean. So yeah, and let me know if you know any more British idioms that you use quite regularly that you know, and yeah, let us know what you thought of the video, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, and we'll see you next week. Bye. No. I pressed close on my game and now I must start again.